I've been using structure blocks to animate things in Minecraft for a bit now, and in the last video I used that to see how big of an animation I can do. But I think there's huge potential in this, so today I want to experiment. What other kinds of animation can I do? I'm also pretty new to animation as a whole, so I want to get some practice in and see if I can learn more about actual animation principles. For this we got a new world, and it all starts with this. This is a structure block, and this is how it works. You can go in here and set it to save and set your dimensions, how big your structure is. That file is saved to my computer, and if I take that structure block, I can place it anywhere, set it to load, and bam, it pasted the build. And this is basically a vanilla version of World Edit, but great thing about this is that we can paste these in with redstone. And bam. So, taking advantage of this, we can have a system like so, where we have a row of structure blocks. Each one has an animation frame, 1.3, 1.4, and then we can save them, and we can play those builds in a sequence as an animation. This one's a work in progress right here. Well then, let's get started. I wanted to try my hand at making a fluid animation. So far this is what I've got. The water gets pushed down here and then pushed up there and a little water droplet spits up. And I've got second frame down the line that is the polar opposite. All the water's been pushed to the other side. And I want to try and make it like waving back and forth. A smart thing to do is to probably mark where the movement is supposed to be going with a little bit of orange. And we'll delete that later, but then let's save that. And now we've got this previous frame, and we can mark where the movement is here, or where the point of interest is, and then we save it. And now when we play the animation, we can clearly see where the movement is headed. Okay, I think that's about right. We want the motion to start up here with the first little look up of a wave. It comes down, and that pushes up into the second leg, which is going to be slightly lower, because it's kind of like it's winding down. I finished this yesterday, and all I've been doing is standing here, flipping that door, and watching it. Oh my goodness, I'm so proud of this. When people ask me like, oh, what are your hobbies? I always say like, sometimes I dabble in animation. I'm not that good at it. I feel like I've graduated. I feel like I can call animation a hobby now. Look at this. It looks like water. Genuinely so proud of this. Might be the best thing I've ever built. Granted, it's not textured, but that's not what I was going for. I'm just trying to work out movement and see if I can understand how water moves and how to animate that. Alright, so what we're going to be doing with each of these builds is, once we're done with it, I'm going to make these nice little stations right here, and a book and quill, so I can write down all the things I learned while making this. First of all, I learned that I need to always have a proper setup. I need to always have the structure blocks all in a row, already easy to access, because this took me only one day to do. The last animation I did, that took me a couple months. I've got everything organized down here, and that just immediately saved time. I looked up a whole bunch of reference images while working on this, and what I found is that the arcs are very important. So we have concave arcs and convex arcs. Alright, here we have two arcs. This one's a convex arc, so it's bowing out, and this one's a concave arc and it's bowing in. And so what I realized with this is that you can portray movement in water by having the arcs match the direction you're going. So it's concave here because the water's pushed up here, but over here we got convex arc because the water's building and it's rolling this way. Okay, I've been animating with straight ahead style animation, had to look that up, and by marking out the positions and the motion that I wanted, that was pose to pose animation, and that just made it so much easier to understand what direction I was going with. Alright, I think that's everything for this one, so we just take it, pop it in there, and now we have it for later. The video is already getting kind of long, so I'm going to pause it right there. I want to keep learning with structure blocks and animation, so there will be a part 2. You can kind of see a sneak peek to the side. I've already been working on it a bit. So if you're interested in seeing more of that, make sure you go ahead and subscribe. But more importantly, what I want you to do right now is go on Minecraft and try this out. This is completely vanilla. Structure blocks are just part of the base game, and you can do so much with them. And I don't see the community talking enough about animating. You don't have to start with anything crazy. Just make a door opening sequence. Just make a stone block moving a couple feet. Just get used to the interface. And if you're an animator, go ahead and try something a little bit more interesting. I want to see what people who actually have spent time animating in proper sources can do with this. Whatever you make, big or small, please, please comment it, post it, use this tag. I'll put it up on the screen. No matter what it is, big or small, I want to see what you guys come up with. Thank you so much for watching. I'll hopefully see you next time. Maybe not. But if this is the last time, have a good day. Goodbye.